Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
Live from Texas, USA, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, Rodney Rodriguez.
What?
Circle track raceman extraordinaire joins us from Bama Town. Mars drives the Toyota Sequoia. He'll tell you all about the gas mileage and about it in total. We'll also have the events calendar and the stories making automotive news headlines. Howdy. Along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong, we need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad you could join us on this Saturday morning. Joining us now from Bamaland, ladies and gentlemen, it's Rodney Rodriguez. Good morning, sir.
Morning, guys. How's it going there?
Very well. Where are you?
Somewhere in Alabama.
He's in L.A., Lower Alabama.
Lower Alabama.
Well, are you in Opelousas?
I'm an op. Yeah. It was weird.
See, Rodney doesn't want to spell it either.
Because this is like land of opportunity. I think I saw a sign. But I flew into Pensacola last night, and I start driving, and I'm driving deeper into Florida, and I'm like, wait a minute. I think Alabama's the other way. And then somehow I looked up, and I saw that Sweet Home Alabama sign, so I'm like, well, hell, I guess I got where I'm supposed to go.
Yeah, I guess that little bitty navigation tool doesn't work so well on your phone, does it?
You know, I tell you, it was one of those, because I get here last night, it's late, every flight's delayed. And so I get here, it's drizzling, it's dark, and I'm going off of this thing right here. And I'm like, she better be telling me right, because I think I'm going in the wrong damn direction.
Well, did you ever hear any banjos?
It's funny, you know what? Whatever happened to Mapsco?
Mapsco.
Key map.
Oh, Lord.
People didn't know how to fold them when they were done.
Yeah, there's that. Dirty Air is a talk show that Rodney has, and how is that going for you? That's a relatively new venture for you.
It's just over a year old. It's doing really well. I mean, I'm really happy with what that's doing. I mean, I've talked to some of the best pavement late model racers in the country, and it continues to grow. It's probably going to be hitting some other platforms here pretty quick. And it's just a really good way to tie everything together. I mean, there's a Texas feel to it too, so to be able to tie all of that together and just reach a lot of folks and meet a lot of people. I mean, you meet a lot of really interesting people when you kind of open up the map, so to speak, the way that show does.
Well, you talk about the map. What parts of the country have a more significant number of asphalt circle tracks in it because Texas really doesn't have much.
Yeah.
So what parts of the country are more active with their tracks?
That's the interesting part about it, to where obviously down here on the Gulf Coast, with Alabama and Florida, there's lots. There's a lot. But when we really start diving into this, like the race that I'm here for this weekend, for the Rattler 250, I mean, I think we've got 14 states represented, and you've got, and this really is something where the sport has changed to where when you get to the Midwest, when you get to Wisconsin, and all of those areas out there, then you go over to Maine. I mean, there's a lot of pavement racing there, and I mean, they're racing during the week. You still have a really strong base over on the West Coast, even though they, as well, like Texas, have lost a lot of pavement tracks. But I mean, it's spread throughout the country. I mean, it's really interesting to me that in those cold weather states, I think you can make a pretty good argument that between the Midwest and along here, the Gulf Coast, that those are the two biggest regions. And the thing is, kind of the mindset between them, just kind of the aggressiveness, the driving style, all of that of the drivers. It's night and day between up there and over here. Down here, we're a little more aggressive. Over there, they're not that they're conservative. I dare to use the word they're a little more respectful. But and then you get events like this where you smash them all together, and it makes for a pretty good time.
Where are the most active tracks as far as drivers that will come in from multiple states for a race? How long are those tracks, and where are they?
That's really, and it's more the driver. It's more the drivers and teams. It's not so much centralized on a racetrack the way that it used to be. Five Flags Speedway in Pensacola gets a lot of love because that's the Snowball Derby. That's the biggest one of them all. And then you've got the Slinger Nationals that are over in the Midwest as well. But it's more on the driver. It's more on the driver team, and they track chase. And I mean, let's be transparent. They money chase, but it's evolved to where and it seems like most of these. I think the half-mile track seems to be the track, the favorite size for most of these.
Yes.
But, it's funny, back in Texas, when we had San Antonio, big half-mile, it was more of a track eater. Folks maybe didn't want to go there. But that really seems to be the one that the half-mile, where these guys, where there's room to race, and you can really use technology, you use, car setup and speed to win these big money shows.
Do they limit the car count per race, per heat?
Usually what they do is it's anywhere from a 24 to 30 car field that's going to start. We've got 35 that'll take time today, and I believe we're starting 24 tomorrow. So that's usually the way they do that. And the good part about it is, I mean, where there is, just exactly what I'm saying right there, is that if you're going to start 24 to get over 24. I was actually surprised a couple of weeks ago. I did a dirt show in Edna, and it was a $5,000 to win factory stock race. They'll start 24, and they only got 24, and they were expecting about 50. So I always like when you get, even though it sucks because people have to go home, I always like when you get more than you can actually start.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about in my book, because it makes it much more interesting, much more competitive. And listen, if you don't make the show, you tuck your tail and you head home and do something about it. So the next time that comes up, you are actually in the field.
Yeah, you have to earn your way into the field.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the biggest car count in a division? Is it the late models? Is it the modifieds, super stocks? What is it?
Usually in a big race like this one, for example, it's going to be the super late model because that's the marquee event. Same thing with Snowball Derby. Snowball Derby you usually see anywhere from 50 to 60, and that's trickled back. I mean, just with economics, it used to be 70 to 80 cars, but that's kind of pulled itself away. That's for pavement. I know for now they've got more of a sportsman type class, which is the older late model car that transitions into more of a sportsman type car. You may get 30 to 40 of those, and and those are great numbers. I mean, I know our dirt track friends will look at that and say, well, but on dirt we get 100 or whatever, but for pavement, those are really good numbers because pavement racing is so expensive. I mean, all of the classes that you're talking about there, Don. I mean, even the entry level. I mean, even the super stock type of class. I mean, that's a lot of money, and that's the regular 9 to 5 guys and ladies that are doing this, and just with tires, and I think that's something to where this race, the Rattler tomorrow, it's a four tire race. I mean, 2 sets of tires. That's all you get. And I think that's where you go in and you start trimming the fat like that. And that makes it a little more affordable and a little bit more of a level playing field. I mean, because eventually the tires are going to wear down, puts it back in the driver's hands. It's like NASCAR's trying to do. They're trying to make that car to where it's more of a driver race car. And that's when you start doing that does trim the cost down a little bit. And at the same time, it lets the teams get a little more creative and a little more find that gray area to try to find speed.
Are those all custom chassis actual cars, or are they stock from the factory chassis?
These cars that we see at these super late model shows, these are fabricated, usually 3 to 4 different chassis builders that build those and sell those to these teams, and there are about 3 to 4 dominant ones that really are the ones where if you get a piece that they have put together for you, built specifically for you, you're gonna do really well.
Do they put bodies on them?
Yeah.
So they're bodied cars. They're not the flat sheet metal cars.
No. These are all out. These are all out race cars. There's nothing. Unfortunately, there's nothing stock about them. I mean, they try to do the stock tail and the stock nose and all of that. I mean, it may say Toyota or whatever, but I mean, there's nothing Toyota about it. I mean, all of it's manufactured.
Yeah, because back in I'm not even going to tell you what day that was, but way back.
We're not talking about chariot races.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Mike.
way back when
Ben Hur was racing.
we basically had 3 types of cars. We had the modifieds, we had the Broncos or the stock 55s, and then you had the beaters, the eco stocks as we call them now. That's all changed. I mean, there's so many different classes of cars.
That's where it's so cool when you see like up here you've got a pure stock and a sportsman, and that's the factory chassis. I mean, that's a metric chassis car, and we're seeing a little bit of a resurgence to where folks are trying to get back in. I know that we're doing it at Mobile, they're doing it in Houston, to where trying to bring back in those leaf spring cars with the Camaros and the Novas and all of that, to where it gets to where I remember on our Camaros, when I was racing, when my dad would race, I mean, we'd get in there and we'd move the AR mounts around a little bit just to try to get those cars to work better, because that's the beauty of what I always like about those stock classes is you look at that unibody car. I mean, let's just say a Chevy Camaro, for example. I mean, that car is not made to do what we're trying to get it to do on an asphalt track. Right. I mean, that whole suspension body, all of that flexes, and I mean, yes. when the unibody came along and you started having to tie those things together, I mean, there's a lot of flex in there, and that's what with the metric car. I mean, I always said that the Chevelle was probably the best car that you could find to race doing this, because that entire subframe of that car is solid, and there wasn't a lot of flex to it.
Well, it's a heavier car.
Well, it's a full frame car is the main thing. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's why I'm excited that you bring the old stuff back in and keep them stock. I mean, yes, you can buy aftermarket upper control arms and ball joints, and that's great because that's durability. But keep that chassis, keep that suspension stock, because that in and of itself right there is a bear to work with.
So what could a competitor expect to pay or invest in a mid-pack car in each of those categories?
In like a stock one?
Yeah.
I would guess right now, having been out of this for a while, fuel and tires have gone up. That's a big thing. But I would think that if you could probably spend anywhere from $6,000 to $7,000, I think you could be in the hunt.
See, I was thinking more than that.
Yeah, I was thinking it was more than the 12,000.
I was thinking more in the 20s.
I was thinking 10s, but we're all kind of in the same ballpark.
And the thing about it is, I mean, a lot of kind of with the resurgence of this, what folks go back to, it's like, well, cars have been sitting in the weeds, pull them out. Only thing with that is, and it's two challenges. Number one, if you've had one sitting in the weeds for a while, it's probably rotted out. So you're going to have a lot of work to do right there to get all of that right. And then, the second thing is, if you're gonna try to build a new one, it's damn near impossible because you can't find those anymore. I mean, we used to go get parts from the junkyard. I mean, I had a junkyard sponsor in Austin, and whenever we needed something, he's like, go get whatever you need. I don't care. Just go get whatever. Can't find a salvage yard with Camaros and Novas and all of those cool cars anymore.
Kias and Hyundais.
We had H.B. Bailey, who was an actual bumped up to a NASCAR driver at the end of his career. But H.B. Bailey owned a junkyard not too far from Hobby Airport, and that's where I used to go to get my junk parts.
Alameda.
Yes.
That's the one.
That's exactly. Are there any nostalgia races?
Probably the biggest one this year is going to be, and I say it all the time, people frown on NASCAR. I think this year with the All-Star race going back to North Wilkesboro, I think that this year will be a really big hit with people, because it's a racetrack that closed in '96, been a long story as to how it came back, but it's been a big effort with people with a lot of money that have been able to put this back together. And that NASCAR race will be there. When is that? I think it's in June. And I think that'll be huge. Of course, you got the Southern 500 it's the first Darlington race where they paint them up. Well, not paint them. They wrap them in the old paint schemes and all of that stuff.
Nostalgia.
There's a short track race. There's a short track race here. Where is that? Man, for the life of me, I can't remember where it is. But they do the same thing where they go in. It's one of the bull ring racetracks, and they paint them up in old short track schemes. And that's a really cool race as well. That's a what is that? I think that's a Cars Tour race, and that's the Throwback 276 is what they call that. And that's really cool to see because it takes you back. And now the thing about it is those paint schemes were so cool back when people used that paint scheme, but now that they wrap them up and everything looks so cool. I mean, those are really fun to watch and kind of take you back to the glory days.
So what do you think about that kickoff race out there in L.A. in the Rose Bowl?
Oh, boy.
I'm going, what? Why are they doing this? What did you think about that?
Yeah. I'm hot and cold on that. I totally understand chasing that market. I know you need that California market. Now that Fontana is fallen off the schedule for a couple of weeks or a couple of years, at least, California is super important. But, that place originally was a racetrack back in the 19 whatevers. I mean, I understand that as well. I understand that argument, but I would like to see it on more of a local short track.
Me too.
But my whole argument with that is when you start getting into, let's just say Houston Motorsports Park, for example, great facility.
Yep.
I think it could. I don't think the seating is enough. I mean, even though nobody can seem to fill that thing anymore, for a NASCAR exhibition deal like that, I don't think you could fill it. A lot of the stuff that you need in place, whether it be wired internet, parking. Just everything that goes into doing one of these things,
infrastructure,
it's not there.
Right.
I can only imagine traffic getting in and out of there, but I'd love to see it at a short track race. But I'm very much for now because year number one was great. Last year was really cool at the Coliseum. This year was pretty disappointing. I mean, about the only thing that we got out of that is you've got Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain still pissed off at each other. Again for something that happened there, and really that's it. Race is pretty mundane, to be honest with you.
Yeah. What are you doing tonight at this Rattler 250?
I'll be calling because they're supposed to have raced last night. They got washed out. I'll be calling. They do a pro late model race tonight. It's the Baby Rattler 125. So I'll be calling that one, and then tomorrow the 47th annual Hardee's Rattler 250 for super late model. So it's two huge races and just a lot of, and this is going to be done like a big race would have been in Texas. It's going to be a lot of community, a lot of folks from around the country.
You didn't call to invite me because I might have just moseyed on over there just to stand beside you or something.
We could have got lost together last night.
We could, got lost together. And with me in the car, I guarantee you would have been. Rodney, it's great to talk to you, my friend. His car show is called The Dirty Air, and if you happen to be at a racetrack, you're going to hear Rodney around these parts. Rod, it's great to talk to you, my friend.
You bet, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Rodney. You do the same.
Thank you.
I love talking racing.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah. Very knowledgeable on what he does.
I'd like to remind everybody that if you'd like to get in touch with us, give us a shout on info@inwheeltime.com. That's our email address. Time now for the events calendar, and Conrad has that.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, the big event is coming up at Tailpipes and Tacos on the 15th with supporting God's Garage.
Please come and join us. We'll be there 8 to 11.
Tacos are free. They ask for a donation, and Lupi Tortillas is going to match that donation for God's Garage. And they are going to focus on, if you've seen the poster that we continue to share, they're going to focus on Tri-5s. Now, typically when you say Tri-5s, everybody thinks Chevrolet, 55, 56, 57 Chevrolets. But, hey, if you get a Tri-5 Ford, Oldsmobile, or a Buick, bring it out as well. The more the merrier. It'll be a fun show to watch and be a part of.
And it's not limited to those cars. Everybody can
bring anything you want.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring the Rally. And then Other stuff going on is Rock's Bar on Louetta Road in Spring is going to have their show on March 26th, and that's sponsored by Champions Hot Rod Car Club. March 25th is the Spindletop show at Church on the Rock. April 2nd is the Woodlands Coffee and Cars for a Cause. We talked to Wilhelm about this earlier. Mm-hmm. The Texas Pony Party at the Commemorative Air Force Texas Wing is April 12th, and that starts at noon.
And Mars is dancing the pony with his knee-high boots. These boots are made for walking.
I think they need to bring the singing donkey to that.
Yeah.
Monty,
the singing donkey. And then April 14th, the Lone Star 40 convention. It's been a great ride, and that's going to be hosted by the Central Texas Classic Chevrolet Club, and that's at the Embassy Suites.
Thank you very much, sir. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what time it is?
It's time for a car review.
It's Howdy Doody time, starring Mike Mars,
Mr. Doody,
reviewing the Toyota Sequoia
and the Duty Cleaner.
Yeah, the Duty.
So I got to drive the 2023 Toyota Sequoia Capstone for a week. Now, this vehicle, the Sequoia, is their big full-size SUV. Anybody that's been around this thing since it came out in 2008, this thing is built like a tank. And it has always looked to me kind of like a tank. It was very durable. It would do whatever you wanted it to, but it looked more like a tank. However, it's all new for 2023. This is their third generation. They've kind of gone through the whole thing and completely. They waited so long to do it, they had to do something.
Thank you.
And it's now available in 5 trim levels, starting with an SR5. The Limited is their most popular because it's kind of mid-level. Then you get up to the Platinum and the TRD Pro and the Capstone, which is what we were driving. And it was white. We had the white one. And if you want to go beyond a white pearl color, what do? You go to Wind Chill Pearl White. I mean, this thing was white, and it looked really good. I love the way they styled it, and I love the color of it. You're going to find it's typical. It's got LED lighting all the way around with the automatic leveling headlights that are really nice, power running boards, got a power lift gate with a flip-up glass. It's kind of gone out of style, but I think it's really nice to be able to just set stuff up in there. Had the power sunroof, and it rolls on some nice 22-inch dark chrome wheels, and it just gives it an overall different look. It's gotten more stylish with like a lot of the other SUVs that are full-size.
It needed an update.
It did. Mm-hmm. It did. You get onto the inside of it. Of course, we're in the Capstone, so we've got the leather interior. We've got the heated and ventilated front and second row captain's chairs. We had the third row is a power folding seat, and it also slides for adjustments for the third row. Has wood trim all around through it. Now, the driver has a 12.3-inch digital meter gauge package, whatever you want to call it now. And it's got a 10-inch heads-up display that's just got all kinds of stuff in it.
A 10-inch head-up display?
Yes, you don't really need the other one because it's all right there on the windshield now. I mean, it was pretty impressive.
It's not distracting?
No. But even better, in the center stack, there is a 14-inch monitor. Now, this thing, if you look at the picture that's up there, if you can see it, it's surrounded by the air conditioning vents that look like handles. Like, you want to pick this thing up like a TV and take it out.
Well, you got to cool it off.
It is just, it was really impressive. And it's got some great graphics on it. The camera, when it shows up, the rear view camera, it's clear, very good. Surround camera, it's got the surround view, 360-degree. Toyota multimedia is all your air conditioning and everything's in there. And I really like the way that thing looks because when you get in the car, that's the first thing you see. It's just, they did a good job, I think, styling it in there. Has the JBL 14-inch 14-speaker audio system with a sub and an amp.
How did Jimmy Buffett sound?
Everybody sounds good in that one. I sounded good in that one.
Oh, boy.
So now, to make all this thing go, now, what they've done, they've put a 3.4 liters, this is standard, in the Sequoia engine across the line, 3.4 liter twin-turbo V6 hybrid.
Sure hope it gets better gas mileage than that old V8.
And they call it a Force Max, and you'll see the emblem, 437 horsepower, 583 pound-feet of torque, backed by a 10-speed automatic. Now, this thing, equipped with a tow package like this one was, 9,520 pound towing, 1,730 pound on the low capacity. Now, the EPA says this vehicle, you should be looking for 19 in the city, 22 out on the highway.
Really?
Combined 20.
Wow.
I got out of
impressive.
to almost 260 miles. I got 18-mile average.
That's
Well,
pretty good for your fat foot.
I mean, it's the hybrid, obviously, and the V6, but I mean, there's juice there. It sounds like it's got a V8 under the hood. It's like the old V8. It sounds really good, and that electric system that they've got built in there with it, it gives it enough low-end boost that it's surprising power with a nice engine rumble.
Can't wait to get it.
Yeah, you're going to like it.
Toyota has proven their hybrid system.
Yes, and it works really good, particularly. So now I did have a lot of highway miles on it. I'll grant you that. Got a really smooth ride on it. I love driving this out on the highway because the insulated glass, it kind of helps keep it quiet, keeps the road noise out. It was always a nice driver. Now I think it's a great driver.
Can't hear
And
this.
is this built on the the new Tundra platform,
I don't know.
or an evolution of the new Tundra
It has
platform?
to be.
I would think so. The other one was, yeah.
The insulated glass, you can't hear the screams from the passenger.
Exactly, particularly the third row. So if you're looking for something to compare it to, you're looking at the Chevy Tahoe. The base is going to start at $59,700. The Ford Expedition at $57,940. The Jeep Wagoneer is at $58,995. So if you're looking at a base SR5, you're looking at $59,960 to get into it.
Not
Now,
bad.
the Capstone, the base trim on the Capstone
There we
is
go.
$78,300.
But yours
But
optioned
mine
up
with
was
options was $80,906.
Yeah, there you go.
But still in the same area price range as
Classification.
the
Actually, I think it's a little cheaper than some of them.
the
But-
up-contented other ones you
Yeah,
mentioned.
yeah. But one thing I did want to note, part of the options there on that $2,300 was that special color paint. And I love that paint. It
How
was
much
beautiful.
was that paint?
Paint was actually $425.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Of the 2300 package.
yeah. You know, then you had a dash cam and a couple of other things in there that were like, nothing like the paint though. But anyway, I think they've made some serious improvements in this vehicle. And if you're looking at a full-size SUV, it absolutely bears looking at.
And is this built in San Antonio?
Yes.
So,
Very good.
So made in Texas
Made in Texas.
Yep.
By Texans.
That's good to know.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
with barbecue stains on it
Oh,
somewhere.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
like lunch.
The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for N-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InWheelTime.com. And 30-minute podcasts are at your fingertips on over a dozen of the most popular podcast outlets. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
Tailpipes and Tacos, Houston's premier car cruise-in returns Saturday, April 15th to the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 8 to 11 a.m. Bring your hot rod, classic, resto mod, or any other vehicle you'd like to show and compete for one of 3 highly coveted chili pepper trophies. This April 15th kickoff event is one you'll want to put on your calendar because 100% of the money you donate for the free tacos will be given to God's Garage. You heard right. Free tacos. Whatever you decide to give, all of it will be given to God's Garage and matched by Lupi Tortilla. God's Garage gifts vehicles to single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military in the greater Houston area. In fact, the Garage will gift a vehicle to a mom in need at this special event. Be sure to attend the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In, Saturday, April 15th, 8 to 11 a.m. at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10. Free breakfast tacos for any donation to God's Garage. It'll make your heart and your belly feel good. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available on the most popular podcast channels out there in 30-minute episodes. We realize our 3-hour live show can be difficult to catch in its entirety, so now you can listen every day to a convenient, fresh 30-minute episode. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Audible, along with a dozen more. In Wheel Time has the most informative automotive guest interviews and new car reviews, along with popular features including Conrad's Car Clinic and This Week in Auto History, along with automotive news headlines. Our live broadcast airs every Saturday, 8 to 11 Central on InWheelTime.com, the iHeart app, and on YouTube. Be sure to say hello when we're broadcasting from the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In, Autorama, and the Houston Auto Show, among others. Now, it's easier than ever to hear about all things automotive all week long. You're invited to join fellow car enthusiasts in becoming part of the ever-growing In Wheel Time Car Talk family. Don't forget those 30-minute podcast episodes on your favorite podcast channel. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.